I remember in 2007 is when we started talking about coming back to the farm. I remember asking Matthew the day he went and gave his notice to his employer. I said, how did that go? Are you sure you're ready for this? And he said, I'm ready to never work another day of my life.
I enjoyed it growing up, and that multi-generational thing, that was always very important to me, and I wanted to see it continue. Farming originally with my grandfather and his brother and my dad and an uncle. At this point, my dad and myself and our full-time employee, we raised corn and soybeans, and we also raised pigs.
My great-grandfather would have started farming here as a tenant farmer and then eventually had the opportunity to buy this, and then 5 generations later, Matthew and I are here farming on the same tract of ground.
We've had a really good example from generations before us. My grandfather was pretty wise in his way of growing the business, and my dad saw benefits from that when he began farming in the late 70s. That growth was able to continue then, and then I benefit from that. When we look for partners, I specifically look for somebody that is going to be a long-term partner, that have the same type of values and ethics that we do, somebody that's going to be around for a long time, but mostly because they do business the same way we would. They want to pass that generational business along, and so we see a lot of similarities there. I was able to meet John Wyffels one time at an event that they were putting on for Wyffels customers as he was transitioning into his family business. So I had a nice conversation with him about the way his transition worked, how my transition worked into our family business, and kind of the oddly similar paths that had occurred there with 2 different types of businesses, but with the same type of generational family transitions.
The dream for us is to see the next generation have the opportunity to do what we do and to raise their family like we do.
This is really what family is. It's supporting one another.
And I know that with each interaction they have with their grandkids, they are wishing for that as well and have that desire, to make room for them. When they get the phone call and say, hey, Dad, I want to come back to the farm, I hope that we'll be ready.